Hello, sixth graders. This is going to be an informational video on Nearpod. Nearpod is going to be another platform we will be utilizing in language arts and reading during remote learning. Thursday's assignment will be a Nearpod lesson. So let's go ahead and take a look at how Nearpod will work. So when you are in my Schoology course, we are going to go ahead and click on week 2. And then we are going to open the Thursday folder. Within the Thursday folder, you are going to see Nearpod synonyms with a quick note to watch the Nearpod informational video prior to completing this assignment, which is what you are watching right now. So when you click on Nearpod synonyms, it is going to open to a screen that looks like this. Now, all you're going to do to start the lesson is you are going to click on this gray box and then give it a few moments to actually load. Okay, so once it's loaded, it is going to come to a screen that looks like this. In the box, you should see your first and last name. If your first and last name is not there, please put your name. Please do not enter any optional names or nicknames. In order to get credit for your lesson, I need to see just your first and last name. Now, when you're on this screen, you have a couple of options. You can complete the lesson in the screen you see right here. Or if you would like to make the lesson a little bit bigger, you can click on this button and it will actually make the lesson go full screen. So when you are ready, you are just going to hit the Join Lesson button and it is going to open to the actual lesson that we are working with today. So as you hit those arrows, it is just going to take you through the lesson. It's going to give you the lesson objective, and it is going to give you the information that you need to complete. When you come to a screen that looks like this, it requires a response from you. So you have a couple buttons down at the bottom from which you can choose, and then you have to complete the page before moving on. Now, anytime you're in a box that requires a response, you want to make sure to hit this blue submit button at the bottom. If you do not hit that button, it does not record your answers and I cannot give you a grade for them. So please make sure anytime you're entering a response, you are hitting the blue submit button. Again, it's just going to take you throughout the lesson. Here it's going to give you a poll, so you're going to answer. You required an answer, so you are going to hit the blue submit button. Again, taking you through the lesson. You'll notice here that it's asking you to submit something again. When you try and move on, it says, oops, this page looks blank. Please submit a drawing before going to the next slide. So it'll actually prevent you from moving on until you submit something in that box. Again, moving throughout the slides. This portion actually wants to take you to a web page, so you'll see that it went ahead and exited out of full screen in order to open the web page. So when you click on that, it's going to open thesaurus.com, which allows you to complete the task. I'm going to open to full screen again. Again, just moving throughout the lesson. Here it requires a response. I'm going to respond. I'm going to come down to the bottom and I'm going to hit the blue submit button in order to move on. Same thing with the next question. Then you are going to have a quiz to complete. Again, you are just going to select answers and select the next button. I'm just choosing random answers here, by the way. And at the end of the quiz, it is going to tell you how you did. So I did not do very well, only scoring 1 out of 5 correct. Then we have a lesson reflection. And that is the end of the Nearpod lesson. So when you get to the end, if you tap, it'll just start you over to the beginning. You can go ahead and go up to the top to exit out of full screen mode. And it will automatically submit your responses to me. So again, the biggest thing to remember when completing a Nearpod lesson is that anytime it requires a response, you are hitting the blue submit button at the bottom of the screen. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can always email me at sbryan@district70.org, or you can send me a message directly through Schoology. Thank you.